What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Garrett with Game by the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today because, guys, if you haven't heard, there was a little update that was released. 13, is it 13.1? 13.1 has officially been released. And as you know, if it's point something, they're usually just like balancing changes, little tweaks to the current meta. Nothing major, but enough to talk about. So I figured we'd do a little video, talk about what happened, and if you guys haven't seen it, you can look for yourselves. You just go over to the top right tab, go to news, and then click on update 13.1, and this is what it's going to bring you. So guys, let's jump right into it. Balancing changes. They kind of cracked me up. They kind of cracked me up with the balancing changes, but let's just jump right into it. Combinations of area attacks and effects with a chance of an instant kill will now work in a consistent way for all units, okay? The effects of the Hex unit and Necromancer's Cursed Earth Tile are reduced while attacking area or multiple targets for the following units on their talents, okay? So we got Boreas, Catapult, Magic Cauldron, Cultist, Gargoyle, Hunter, Minotaur, Pyrotechnic, Reaper, and Sharpshooter. All right, so like I think only like half of those units are actually used with Hex. I mean, I guess if you're running Necromancer with some of these units, maybe that is effective. But like, let me know if you've ever seen a Magic Cauldron Hex deck or a Gargoyle Hex deck. That just sounds very, very interesting. But they didn't even really talk about how they tweaked it. They just said that they made it more consistent overall. So, all right, now we know. Hex has been nerfed and buffed and tweaked and moved and a million times. So I'm not surprised that they're going to do it again, or they did it again, and that's that. The next two things, I'm honestly really surprised that they did this. Okay, I thought when the balancing changes came out, I still have faith that they're going to bring Inquiz back a little bit. I think it's just a little bit too weak right now, and I know it's one of the devs' favorite cards. Minotaur, it's one of their brand new cards. No one's playing it. No one is playing it. So I figured they'd just buff it and like let people have fun with it, at least figure out how to play it. And then if it's overpowered, nerf it again. That's usually what happens, right? Nobody's playing it, so I'm surprised they didn't buff Minotaur. But what they did nerf, no buffs, nerf, is like the only somewhat free-to-play meta deck right now, and it's the deck that I'm running currently. So Rogue changes, Smoke Bomb and Vigor Bomb. Now the smoke conceals only rogues on adjacent tiles, not just any type of units as before. The duration of the effect is now shorter, from 6 seconds to 5 seconds. A shorter duration for smoke is a big nerf, and the fact that it only does adjacent tiles is also a big nerf. And then it says Shinobi chance of appearing is reduced from 30% to 15%. This is a massive nerf to Rogue, okay? Shinobis are just night and day the best Rogue, okay? I pretty much just eat any Rogue that's not a Shinobi. If it's the bird, maybe I keep the bird, but like Shinobis are where it's at. And now that you have even less of a chance of getting them on your board, I've had games where I don't find them anyway, with a 30% chance. So I'm really surprised that they did that as a nerf. And I think that's a really big nerf also. Because remember, it's not 15% chance that you get that as your unit. It's a 15% chance, or whatever. You have 5 units, so you've got a fifth of a chance to get a rogue, and then 15% of that fifth percent of getting a shinobi. So it's even smaller. And then Hunter, they even nerfed Hunter. Initial damage at level 1 is increased 70 to 87.5. You guys know very well by now, when I run Hunter, I don't even upgrade its damage because it's useless, so I don't think that matters at all. Mana power-up damage bonus is now more powerful, 60 to 75. And attack interval is no longer 0.8, it's now 1. So actually, I don't even know if attack interval... Okay, so it takes longer to attack. Okay, so that's where the nerf is. And it can be kind of hidden in there, okay? You're getting buffed damage from mana power-up and buff damage from the initial damage. Okay, maybe we'll see a little bit of a difference, but nobody really cared about the Hunter's damage anyway. What people cared about is Hex triggering. And Hex was triggering by the attack interval, which was nerfed by, what, 20%. Okay? It's shorter. So we're going to be trying out my favorite deck. Okay, we're going to try out my favorite deck, and we want to see how it fares on the ladder. But if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like the video, and also check out those memberships. We got a lot of cool perks I know you guys will enjoy, including the ongoing raffle for you to win your very own Mallard mug. All you got to be is a rare member. Go on over to my YouTube channel. You're already here. Click that join button if you want more information and to learn about all the different perks that we have. We already got a Shinobi. Woo! That 15% Shinobi. I like to see it. I want to see how this deck's working out. Okay, I want to see if this deck is still viable. It really is kind of a bummer. Okay, what's the main decks out here right now? Everybody say it with me. Cultist, Blade Dancer. If you got a good Tesla Knight statue, great. Tesla's great. Corsair, Executioner, fantastic deck. Even Clock of Power with, like, I don't know, Clock, Shaman, Robot. I don't know. That's a great deck. All of those decks have multiple legendaries. I mean, even this one has multiple legendaries. But this is the only deck that has damage units as your... Ooh. Let's do that. Oh. Damage units that are not legendaries. And it's the only deck in the game I can think of right now that doesn't have damage units that are legendaries. I get that Hex kind of, because Hex does actually do, like, the majority of the damage. But Hunter and Rogue are both commons. So I think that's really cool that we have that opportunity to play around with commons. Oh my gosh. Let's just do this. We got a weird looking board, but we got it here. We got a Hex right there, which is fine. So I'm kind of bumming that they nerfed it. But if we can find a couple of wins today, maybe it doesn't really matter. We already found a Shinobi, so we know it's possible. We already found a really bad Rogue, so we know that's possible. And we're just gonna go on from here. But this guy is running Boreas Hex, but with Chemist, which is an interesting play, as well as Sharpshooter, which Sharpshooter, obviously with its talents, came into the meta a little bit more, but I think it's still pretty underwhelming, I would say. So I'm not so worried about Sharpshooter. I've seen some people have some really good success, really nice success with Sharpshooter in co-op. He can be kind of pesky in PvP, but I think if we set our board up correctly, we should be in good shape. So we got some Hexes, we got some Hunters, we got some Coffee. I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning, evening, night, wherever you are around the world. Thank you guys for hanging out, joining me today. Yeah, and very excited about... I mean, I love that they're doing balancing changes. Don't get me wrong, all right? I love when they do balancing changes. It always spices up the game, changes things around. And like I've said many, many times before, I like that feeling of not 100% knowing necessarily what the meta is, what the best deck is, you know, all these different things. I like trying to figure these things out. So I'm okay with that. It's just kind of a bummer to me that the units that they nerfed are commons. Like, we need more commons that are in the meta. And like the only commons that are in the meta both get nerfed. I mean, that's wild. But it is what it is. Alright, let's just go down here. I'm going to get my Rogue up. I was playing War Day earlier today. And it was Starfall. So I was playing this deck, but with Starfall. This game seems so much slower now because I'm not getting randomly leveled up. But it's a lot more peaceful. So, a little positive, negative, but, you know. Alright, we're just going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to keep on digging for Shinobis. I think we got to be even more picky because it's going to take longer for us to find Shinobis. It's just the way it is. So we've got 2 birds right there, which are kind of okay. Got another one of those. Okay, let's wait for... I don't think we're at a Bannerlord yet, so let's just wait for a mini-boss, and then I'll move this guy over. I might even just wait until Bedlam to do it, because leveling it up... Yeah, okay, we are at the stage, but it's only a vortex, so... Leveling up your rogue initiates the smoke, which ends up getting... those purple bullets to come out from rogue and does a ton of extra damage. So we'll just keep an eye on that. You'll see how it works when I get there. 17 seconds. I think we'll be fine through all this madness. We're finding a whole lot of not Shinobis. That's what we're finding right now. Another Hex. 3 seconds. We're not going to be able to upgrade our rogue again. I thought maybe we would have a chance. Let's level him up now. See that smoke right there? So we should be able to go through everybody. He tried to spam me with sharpshooter right there. I think you can choose when to spam. I forget if it's a merge or a what. But we ended up taking it out anyway. So that's pretty good. Another Bedlam is a little bit interesting. Let's get our Hex up. He has Hex as well. But I feel relatively confident as long as we can find a couple more Shinobis. At least one would be amazing. I should have used the other guy there. Because we're not killing bosses very quickly. Shinobi, please. That 15% chance of getting a Shinobi is killer right now. Let's just do this. We'll get the smoke going. They are adjacent to each other, so that's something, perhaps. 7 seconds. We went through all of that, so let's just do that. We'll get our hunter up a couple of times, and then we're just going to level him up as well. Maybe level something else up. 600 to go through? Oh, no. Did he get hit? He must have gotten hit also. Give me something good. Oh. Could have been a hunter. Could have been a rogue. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Hit him with a good game. What do we think? What do we think? Let's check the damage. We did more with Hex. Hunter and Rogue were pretty similar, but we certainly had a pretty tough time finding a Shinobi. So I guess that was pretty prevalent right there. Let's try and jump into one more game at least. Let's see if we can get one more win. Or not even one more win. One win, period. Just to cap this video off. But guys, if you want to catch me live, I do live stream. I live stream on Fridays as well as Sundays. Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. Come on by Twitch. It's just Twitch.com/Game by the Beach. You guys know it well. And link is in the description. I'd absolutely love to have you guys there. You can play with me, play against me, or just hang out. If you guys need any help in dungeons, I can help you with dungeons, or somebody else in chat might even be better to help you get through. That's one of my favorite things to do. Just this last stream, somebody was stuck on floor 8 for who knows how long. Shout out to you if you're watching right now. And I was able to help him get through floor 8. And it was kind of ugly, but we did it. So, you know what? That's all that matters. But let's keep digging for Shinobis, for Hunters on Hexes. Let's get a win. I don't want to say that this deck is dead. I don't. This is my favorite deck right now. I don't want it to be dead. But it very well might be. Let's just do that. That's a mouse. There's a shinobi. All right, we got one shinobi. We're going to do that, I suppose. Let's just eat this mouse and that guy and that guy. I don't want anything else other than shinobis, but we did find one. So I think the total of shinobis that we had last game were... Did we get to 2? Did we get a second shinobi last game? I can't remember. We might have just gotten the one shinobi, maybe 2. Let me know in the comments if you remember. But we already have one. So things are looking up. We also have a mouse. We have a bird. We got a second bird. We're getting our hunters up. This guy's running another similar deck. This is actually a deck that I've talked about a lot as sort of a free-to-play deck, even though it's still got 3 legendaries in, man. Boreas Hex, great combination. Ivy. Ivy's a great thing. Did Ivy get... I wonder if Ivy was in that list. I can't remember. Oh, another shinobi. We got a second one. I'm going to use that guy. I forget if Ivy was in that list for getting affected by Hex. So let's just get our Hex up one time. We're going to get our Rogue up one time, followed by our Hex again. And I think we're in a little bit better of a spot this game. You really do notice the difference in damage from when you have a couple of shinobis on your board and when you have no shinobis on your board. So the fact that we already have 2, one's getting leveled up already, that's a really good omen. So let's just go over here for now, keep on digging for some different stuff. I guess we should start leveling up our hunter too. Let's try to level up our hunter equal to what we're leveling everything else up, because it is more of a damage unit now, right? Supposedly. So let's see if hunter, because it was pretty even. There's another shinobi, great. It was pretty even in damage in that last game, even though it wasn't a very good showing. So maybe hunter is more worthwhile leveling up now after the balancing changes for 13.1. Another hunter is honestly not bad. Let's just do that. And I can eat that. And we got a shinobi up right there, which is very, very good. I'm going to do my rogue one time. We're going up against warlock, and it should not be a problem, especially that we have 3 shinobis right now. And we can actually go there. Let's let's level. Oh, they're already in smoke. They're already in smoke. Now they're not in smoke. Should we eat this guy or this guy? Let's eat this guy just to get the scrapper off of that square. And we can do that. Oh, yes, a shinobi up there. Yes, please. Let's get our hunter up again, because we're trying to see if it's actually worthwhile. I don't know. Maybe now you can still play this deck, but you need to have hunter as one of your more prevalent damage units. I have no clue. We got another scrapper. How many scrappers we got? 1, 2 rank 1s. Shinobi all the way up. Hex all the way up. I'm going to level somebody up once we get a... I guess Vortex is fine. I was going to wait for a Bannerlord, but Vortex will do the trick, I suppose. We've got a little bit of mana to play around with. We're 1 away from leveling something up, so why don't we just be patient? I'll level up my hunter next, I suppose. We're definitely being more aggro with our hunter upgrades, so I don't know if it's worth it or not, but we're definitely doing it. So 10 seconds. We'll wait for Puppeteer just to make sure that we can level something else up with Shinobi, get them in the smoke, and then and just do a bit of damage that way. So let's see. 2 seconds. Is anybody in the smoke? It does not look like it, so I'm going to do that and just get this guy up one time. Okay, so a little bit slow on my part getting that guy leveled up, but we did get there eventually, and we can just do this for now. Get that up to level 5. We got another Dryad, which is good. We have 1 bird, which is fine. Let's level up our Hex before we do anything else. Check out his board. Bombardier, Ivy, Boreas Hex. This is such a classic deck. And I don't say that as like a negative thing. Like, this deck brings back memories. I would have played this deck like a year ago, which is fine, dude. I mean, I think we should still have the leg up. But I like it. So I got this to rank 3. We're going to use it when I see a Bannerlord. When I see a Bannerlord or a Vortex, Bannerlord, Tamer, none of this matters. So I'm just going to keep on waiting. I know I'm not on stream, but let's get a stretch in. Ooh. Oh, I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about these balancing changes. Are you super mad? Have you not noticed a difference whatsoever? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. Because that first game, we felt a little bit weaker. And 2 games in a row, I'm not seeing Rogue Hex or Hunter Hex, actually. But I am seeing Boreas Hex. So maybe people seeing that balancing changes think that Boreas Hex is a little bit more effective now than Rogue, which I would have definitely chose Rogue over Boreas at this point. Okay, so let's get this guy up into smoke, do a little extra damage. Get a couple of those guys up. That's really good. Another bird. We'll go down here, I suppose. We'll go over here. Another Hex. I don't care about that Hex. 25 seconds until Gorgon. We have some nice high-ranking Hunters. Got some Dryads. We're trying to get something else on that square, which would be great. Another Shinobi. Let's level him up. Level him up. Oh, he's gonna pause him for 3 seconds, I think. Oh, no. How did they get through? Oh, was it a Vortex? Oh, my. Oh, and then the Boreas Talent. He has a shower of arrows. It's pretty cool. So if you can find Shinobis, it looks like you're going to be okay. If you can find a Shinobi, you're going to be okay. Or at least a few of them. But, I mean, that last game, it's making my doubts creep in, I'm going to be honest, okay? Because this deck, I mean, this is one of my favorite decks. Hit him with a good game. We'll look at the stats again. Rogue, 16 mil. Hunter, 10 mil. It's closer. I've played this deck a good amount. Enough to know that usually I can do either triple or 4 times the damage with Rogue than I do Hunter. Right now, they're only off by like 5 mil. So kind of an interesting thing right there. It definitely feels a little bit different. I don't even know. I got to pit myself up against a couple tougher opponents and see if it's actually dead or not. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.